This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Badger fans are jumping around with excitement tonight. Big Ten football is coming back, although you won't be able to watch in person at Camp Randall Stadium.
The regular season will start October 23rd and 24th. It will be 8 weeks plus a game on the Big Ten championship weekend, December 19th. We're focusing our team coverage tonight at 5 with Melissa Kim and Zach Hanley to focus on you, what that game day experience might be like for you as a Badger fan. And let's start with Melissa, who has more on what local health officials are saying about fans gathering to watch Badger games. She's live at Camp Randall. Melissa?
Well, hi there, Susan and Eric. You know, I think the initial reaction for a lot of fans and players was, of course, excitement that football is back. But when we spoke to UW health experts today, they are cautiously optimistic. It was the news heard around the Big Ten this morning. But UW health expert Dr. Jeff Pothoff says proceed with caution because unlike the pros, there aren't any consequences for not social distancing for players.
Doesn't really exist on college campuses.
But he is encouraged by the daily testing the Big Ten will reportedly require.
If you're going to have a situation where people are unmasked in close proximity to one another, i.e. football or other sports like basketball, you really can't do that unless you have reasonably high assurances that none of those people are positive.
As for all the Badger fans that will start to mark those tailgate Saturdays on the calendar, Dr. Pothoff says, just don't.
We can't tailgate this year. Like, that can't happen. And I think we need to see what kind of efforts are going to be put in place to ensure that those kids that are on campus or other individuals that really enjoy a great tailgate aren't doing that this year.
Because it's not just about the players, but about Dane County as a whole.
Otherwise, the teams might not fare too poorly, but the community could do much worse.
So will we actually get a full regular season in this year?
We've never tried to bring back football during a pandemic before, so it's just really hard to know if it's going to work or not. A betting man, I'm not sure that I'd be putting, a lot of money on if we're going to get through 8 games, but, I've been proven wrong before, too.
Now, a lot of Big Ten fans are obviously hoping that Dr. Pothoff is wrong in this instance, but as, the coach cliche goes, you guys, we have to take it one game at a time right now.
One game at a time. Love it. Melissa, live at Camp Randall. Thank you. No fans in the stands doesn't just take away from the energy of game day. Of course, it will take away some money.
Sports director Zach Hanley is here now with more on who is allowed inside and what athletic director Barry Alvarez had to say about this today. Zach?
Yeah, when you think of Badger football, you think of Camp Randall Stadium and jump around and 80,000 screaming fans. It's one heck of a home field advantage. The last 5 years, Wisconsin is 29-5 at home. But this season, it's going to be empty. There won't be any fans in the stands at any stadium across the Big Ten. Only people allowed in besides the players and the coaches are their families.
We will still not sell tickets to the public. The COPC came to the agreement that we would not have fans in the stands other than parents of the players and of the staff. So that's still 80,000 seats in the stadium that we don't have.
Now, back in June, Alvarez said the athletic department would lose around $100 million without football. Football may be back, but with no ticket sales, Alvarez expects there still to be a big financial loss. Either way, playing Saturdays are going to be weird with an empty Camp Randall Stadium.
Definitely will be different. Zach, thank you. UW Chancellor Rebecca Blank reacting to this news, the Big Ten starting football again, saying, quote, I support our coaches and student athletes and want them to have the opportunity to safely compete if possible. I believe the plan put forward by the Return to Competition Committee with its extensive safety protocols and tight controls allows that to happen.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says he is worried that cases will continue to increase in the wake of this decision.
While I'm sure the UW will go to large steps, take large steps to look at what happens among the players and inside the campus, what we can't do is control what happens outside of the stadium. We know that there will be people congregating, there will be house parties, and we can't stop that. So that part does concern me because it certainly seems like an area that will increase the risk of spread.
Today's announcement has big ramifications for the city of Madison and Dane County. Tonight at 6, we're asking local leaders about that impact, both on the pandemic and on how they intend to enforce the current orders in place to limit the spread. We'll have the answers to those questions coming up tonight at 6. An influx of new COVID-19 cases was confirmed throughout Wisconsin today. There were 1,386 new cases of the virus, which is an increase from yesterday's count. That puts the state's lifetime total at 92,844 confirmed cases. Roughly 11.7% are still active. 8 more people have died, bringing the state's death toll to 1,231. The State Department of Health Services said testing has remained roughly the same, with 12,196 tested in the past day. Out of those results, the positive percentage of new tests went up slightly to 11.5%, but that is below the 7-day average of 14.1%.
With the increase of cases, the New York Times has listed 6 cities in Wisconsin on their list of where new cases are increasing the fastest. La Crosse leads the list, Whitewater 3rd, Green Bay 10th, Oshkosh 13th, Platteville right behind them, and Appleton is 17th. Madison, by the way, is right there at 18. UW-Madison officials say that 1 student is currently being hospitalized now for COVID-19 on the UW-Madison campus. At least 7% of all undergrads have now tested positive. In addition, almost all of them, more than 88%, reported feeling sick. 2,176 UW-Madison students have tested positive, and there are about 31,000 undergrads on campus. Hundreds of Madison students are desperate to move off campus now. The university told us today more than 300 of them already canceled housing contracts since the UW put 2 dorms on lockdown a week ago tonight.
Jamie Perez discovered that anyone who hasn't moved out already might be out of luck.
Well, ever since Celery and Whitty Halls were placed on lockdown, we've seen a lot of UW students moving out of their dorms. And earlier this week, the UW held a press conference where they reported this information.
1 or 2%, I believe, at last count, of students in housing deciding that they would like to cancel their housing contracts.
We learned that 1 to 2% is actually having a major impact on off-campus student housing options.
A lot of students are trying to leave all at once.
Just ask UW freshman Nate Schinderly.
We had a little bit of availability. There were like a few vacant rooms, but they said that once the dorm shut down, we got complete. I mean, it's completely full now.
Schinderly lives here at the Statesider building. He's thankful he decided to live off campus.
Wanted to make it certain that I had somewhere to live for the full semester.
His friend and fellow classmate Jack Greco lives just across the street at the Towers on State. Before this, he was living at Whitty Hall, which is now on lockdown.
Here we have the freedom to go and get food and go and see our friends that live in Statesider. There we would be locked in our room with no freedom at all.
Greco and Schinderly say most of their friends are looking for other places to live right now to escape the quarantine restrictions, but they're running into dead ends.
I know somebody that's mom called the Lucky, the Lux, Towers, Statesider, couldn't find anything anywhere.
While most of the property managers I called were not available to be interviewed about what they've been seeing, staff members at the James, the Hub, Larket, Cole, Equinox all confirmed they've seen a major increase in the number of students trying to move out of the dorms.
We certainly think that we made the right call because living in here is a lot nicer than living in there right now.
These 2 got ahead of the crowds and say they're glad they planned ahead, but they feel for all the students who are trying to leave with nowhere to go.
They're just waiting it out in the dorms and hoping and praying that they'll be able to find something before the dorms get closed.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
A UW spokesperson said the number of students who canceled their housing contracts is now up to 5%.
And UW-Madison is adjusting tuition refund deadlines to help students and families cope with the challenges related to the pandemic. University officials announced the change this morning for students negatively impacted by COVID-19 who choose to completely withdraw from the semester. A full tuition refund will be possible until this Friday. The deadline for students to drop a fall term course and receive a 50% tuition refund or adjusted tuition remains September 25th. Let's check your first Warrant Forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, we've had hazy sunshine for much of the day today, but we've also had a cold front come through, and temperatures are starting to fall in the wake of the front. You can kind of see a little band of clouds moving through Madison around 2 o'clock this afternoon. There are just a few clouds up to the north, but really none of those clouds are producing any precipitation. But you can see the effect the front has had on temperatures. Notice Kenosha still at 78 degrees. Madison has dropped to 70. 70, and temperatures are now in the upper 60s to around 70 to our north and to our west. By tomorrow morning, look for temperatures to drop into the lower 50s, so it will be cooler overnight. And then for tomorrow, look for sunny skies, but it will be cooler as well with a high temperature of 64. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes cool weather for this week, for the rest of this week, and warmer weather for next week, but no rain in the foreseeable future.
All right, Gary, thank you. One of the most popular attractions in a place with plenty to see is empty tonight and staying that way for good.
The Tommy Bartlett Water Ski, Sky, and Stage Show survived nearly 7 decades, but now it is the pandemic's latest victim. Amanda Quintana live in the Dells with what pushed them to make this decision. Amanda?
Yeah, well, it's really a sad sight here. You can see all the stands are empty. The water is calm, but it's actually been like this all summer. The owner decided back in April to close, but at that point, it was temporary, and now it is permanent. That president and co-owner, Tom Deal, says uncertainty is the biggest problem. Right now, they'd normally be planning for next year, hiring workers, making costumes, and advertising, but he says he just can't put out that money without knowing if they'd actually be able to open next summer.
You can't allow emotions to get involved with making business decisions, and certainly our family's whole life is tied up here. But emotionally, you can't make a decision because you've been here 54 years and the show's been here for 69 years. You can't make a decision. It has to be based on probability of success. And to me, there was zero probability going forward.
He's making this announcement now in hopes that another entertainment business will want to buy this property. He's already sold a couple of pieces of land across the water, but is still working on finding a buyer for the amphitheater. Now, this show was really a Wisconsin staple. People came to the Dells to see this show, and they shopped at other businesses. At 6, we'll hear from the community about what they say about all of this and what they say about a big hole in the Dells that will need to be filled.
Boy, that's an understatement. Sad end of an era, that's for sure. Amanda Quintana live in the Dells. Amanda, thank you. Police are asking the public for any information they may have about the death of a 54-year-old man who was found in Rindall Park on Sunday. Officials say when they recovered the man's body, they found he had suffered head injuries before his death. He was pronounced dead at the scene. According to an incident report, the man was involved in an altercation with several people before his death. Police say the incident was not random. Anyone with information about the case is asked to contact the Madison Police Department.
The chief of the Baraboo Police Department has been placed on administrative leave, according to the city's mayor. Police Chief Mark Schaaf was placed on leave Tuesday. Schaaf has been with the department since 1999. He has served as chief for the past 19 years. It's unclear how long this leave would last. Baraboo Mayor Mike Palm was also unable to share the reason for that leave with News 3 Now.
One of 3 teenagers charged in the shooting death of an 11-year-old girl has entered a plea. Court records show 19-year-old Perion Carrion didn't speak as the court entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. He's charged with first-degree intentional homicide and attempted homicide. Carrion, Jerry Ward, and Andre Brown are all charged in the death of Anissa Scott, who was shot while in the front seat of a car on Madison's East Side on August 11th.
Right now, the Madison School District is discussing the 2-part 2020 referendum, specifically discussing the potential impact it could have on Madison East High School. Part of the $350 million referendum for Madison Public Schools includes updates to science labs, technology, engineering, arts, and math learning spaces at East High School. It also includes air conditioning throughout the building, a recreated entrance, and updated athletic facilities. The referendum will be on the November 3rd ballot.
There's more to come on News 3 Now at 5. When we come back, people are cleaning up after Hurricane Sally makes landfall. We'll have the latest on the storm ahead at 5. And coming up tonight at 6, a Madison woman is going viral for helping her favorite restaurant during the pandemic. We'll have that story coming up tonight at 6. Mixed numbers on Wall Street as the Dow adds 37 points. The NASDAQ falls almost 140. The S&P 500 loses 16. We'll be right back.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Donald Trump is lying again. Joe Biden will not raise taxes on anyone making under $400,000. Biden will close tax loopholes for big corporations. Trump's tax cut giveaway exploded our debt, so he's threatening Social Security and Medicare. Biden will make the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share, so we can protect Social Security and Medicare and invest in schools and health care.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
TSR Concrete Coatings is the nation's largest residential concrete coating company, proudly serving homeowners throughout Wisconsin. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy and won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Our unique process begins with a base coat to seal cracks and level the surface, then flakes in the color pattern of your choice. A top coat is applied for a durable, finished floor that can be installed in as little as 1 day. Act now to save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash financing. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like a free $10 gift card with every $50 you spend on Purina products. Farm and Fleet pecan halves or pieces are just $7.79. And get $85 off these men's Keen utility boots. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale on now. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted sofa just right for you.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Patty says things are about to cool down. She'll have the details in her first Warrant Forecast.
And with the start of a school year unlike any other, the state's top education official is getting ready to give the annual State of Education address.
We'll preview what she has to say Thursday morning.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. Sally has weakened to a tropical storm, but the Gulf Coast region is still facing catastrophic and potentially life-threatening flooding.
The slow-moving storm came ashore early this morning as a Category 2 hurricane. Top winds of 105 miles an hour. Torrential rain battered Pensacola. Some areas saw 20 to 30 inches of rain. The storm even collapsed a section of the 3-mile bridge across Pensacola Bay. As Sally continues its slow trek, officials expect the flooding to continue over the coming days.
We had strong winds for a long period of time. Instead of just for a few hours, it was for 12 hours.
Well, even as the winds continue to weaken from Sally, up to a foot of rain is possible from Georgia into the Carolinas, along with a few tornadoes as well.
Gary's here right now with a live look at where Sally is now. Gary?
Yeah, we're continuing to watch the action on radar. This is high-resolution radar. You can see how most of the shower and thunderstorm activity is north and east of the center, which is now over southeastern Alabama. But these outer rain bands, there's a tornado warning right here in parts of southeastern Georgia. So even well away from the center of circulation, there still could be some spin-ups of tornadoes as well as some strong winds as well. As we take a look at the precipitation over the last 4 days, well, some areas have picked up between 20 and 30 inches of rain through the Florida Panhandle into parts of southeastern Alabama. The amounts are around a foot to almost 2 feet. And then again, as the rain continues to spread into Georgia, these amounts will continue to increase. Tropical storm warnings remain in effect for southern portions of Georgia into the Florida Panhandle, or southern portions of Alabama into the Florida Panhandle. Those will probably be dropped later on tonight. Maximum sustained winds now 60 miles per hour with gusts to 70 miles per hour, mainly in squalls north and east of the center of circulation. The dry air is starting started to wrap around the southern part and erode away the clouds there. But still, this is a potent storm system that'll bring a ton of rain as it moves eastward through Georgia and into the Carolinas, weakening to a tropical depression overnight and then kind of fizzling out over the Carolinas. But look at how active the tropics are right now. We have Tropical Storm Vicky, powerful Hurricane Teddy. That does bear some watching because some of the computer models actually bring it up perhaps toward northern New England or eastern Canada eventually. Post-tropical cyclone Paulette, that actually was it's got hurricane force winds, but it's kind of merged with another weather system. Then, of course, you've got Tropical Storm Sally. This area in the Gulf of Mexico is being monitored. Some of the computer models indicate that this could strengthen as some kind of a tropical weather system and perhaps move toward the, say, Louisiana or Florida Gulf Coast sometime next week. So it is really, really active in the tropics. But around here, usually when the tropics are active, our weather is quiet. You've heard me say that again and again, and that's exactly where we are right now. Mostly sunny skies return for tomorrow. Temperatures will remain on the cool side into the weekend with highs dropping back into the 60s for a few days, but will turn mild, and the weather will stay dry not only for the rest of this week, but probably into next weekend as well. You can see on Weather Track, here's Sally. Look at the rest of the country, how quiet it is. But again, the jet stream winds, we showed you this yesterday, coming in from the north and west, bringing in a lot of that wildfire smoke from out west. And that'll be the case at least for the foreseeable future as, again, our weather turns a little cooler, but stays very, very quiet. High pressure is located to the north. We've had a cold front come through, a second cold front behind it, and you can see the winds now have shifted to the north, and that's allowing temperatures to cool off. 80s to our south, but 50s to our north and to our west. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for a mostly sunny day, but it will be cooler. High temperature topping out at 64 degrees, and the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures stay in the 60s through the weekend, but then warm up into the 70s for next week. First day of fall is on Tuesday, but notice no rain in that forecast. I've even taken out the rain for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Perhaps by Sunday night of next weekend would be the next chance that I could see that we could see some rain. First warn traffic right now around the Madison area, things are actually pretty quiet. The Beltline looks in pretty good shape. There are a few slowdowns around Verona Road. Again, there's some delays on northbound I-3990 just off the map, approaching the Beltline interchange from an earlier accident. But in and around Madison, it's about a 15-minute commute either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison southbound, no problems. 26 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and it'll take you 17 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That is your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, 6 former Packers are nominated for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'll tell you who ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan or for checkups only. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to get your free information kit. Call now.
Fry Construction is celebrating their 25-year anniversary, which means big savings on home repairs and improvements. No job is too small or too big, and your safety is always our concern. Respected in the industry and voted best of Madison, Fry Construction delivers lasting quality for your home. And now, for a limited time, save 25% off gutters or insulation with a full roof, siding, or window project, all with zero down, 0% interest for 12 months. Contact Fry Construction today.
Joe Biden tried to cut Social Security and Medicare for decades.
When I argue
argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Now, Biden's promising your benefits to illegal immigrants. President Trump is protecting Social Security and Medicare, lowering costs, expanding access, keeping his word.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like a free $10 gift card with every $50 you spend on Purina products. Farm and Fleet pecan halves or pieces are just $7.79. And get $85 off these men's Keen utility boots. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The NBA releases its All-NBA first team, and of course, the Milwaukee Buck is on that list. Giannis, selected to the All-NBA first team for the second straight year. Antetokounmpo averaged almost 30 points a game, 5th in the NBA, and over 13 rebounds. That was 2nd in the league. He's the only player in the league to rank inside the top 15 in both scoring and rebounding this season. Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic, and James Harden and LeBron James also made the All-NBA first team.
6 former Green Bay Packers have been nominated for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The 2021 list is made up of 130 players, including Packers wide receiver Donald Driver, defensive back Leroy Butler, Nick Collins, Charles Woodson, punter Ryan Longwell, and one-year Packer offensive lineman Jeff Saturday. The list of modern-era nominees will be reduced to 25 semifinalists in November, and from there to 15 finalists in January. The Pro Football Hall of Fame's class of 2021 will be enshrined August 8th, 2021 in Canton, Ohio.
Let's stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first Warrant Forecast when we return.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 4-day semi-annual customer appreciation appliance sale is on. Thank you for more than 50 years of business. Save up to 50% off top brand appliances while they last. And free doorstep delivery within 5 days at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
I've spent better than half my life and most of my adult life, in the military. 2016, I voted for Donald Trump. Leaders are responsible for everything their organization does or fails to do. When I saw those commercials about, this is what a Biden presidency will bring. No, this is what you have brought. Everything that we have going on today, that's on you. Joe Biden is the first Democrat I'll vote for president. You want a commander-in-chief you can trust, and I think you can trust Joe Biden.
AB PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Check out Menard's huge selection of flooring products. We carry every style to fit every room of your home, including Style Line vinyl plank flooring, which is durable, water-resistant, and features a wood grain finish. U-Tile modular carpet tiles are durable and perfect for bedrooms, basements, as well as home and commercial offices. Give your floors the update they deserve and save with 11% off all of it. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We're back.
We got Untitled food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, sponsored by the Wisconsin Beef Council.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
If I'm your president, on day one, we'll implement the national strategy I've been laying out since March. We'll develop and deploy rapid tests with results available immediately. We'll make the medical supplies and protective equipment that our country needs. We'll make them here in America. We'll have a national mandate to wear masks, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect one another. In short, we'll do what we should have done from the very beginning. Our current president has failed in his most basic duty to the nation. He's failed to protect America. And my fellow Americans, that is unforgivable. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America. I will defend us from every attack, seen and unseen, always, without exception, every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
During the 4-day customer appreciation sale at Ashley Home Store, we're offering a mattress deal so good, we've never offered it before, and we may never be able to again. Hurry, it's through Monday only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Boy, it is a nice evening out there tonight. Gary has a final check.
It is starting to turn cooler, though. We had another mild day today, but you can see on the live view from the WIC Skycam, a little more cloud cover to the south and east. That's actually the remnants of the cold front that's come through. And notice, Janesville still 73, Madison 70, the Dells 69. So it is cooling off to our north and to our west. By morning, we'll be down in the lower 50s with partly cloudy skies overnight. Tomorrow, sunny, cooler, high temperature at 64. We'll stay in the 60s through the weekend and then be back in the 70s next week. But you don't see any rain in that forecast at all for the next 10 days.
All right, we'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.